Lawmakers advanced proposal to make state questions harder to get on the ballot. And again, they're all going to sign, like, Stitt is probably going to sign this, and this one is incredibly disrespectful to the voters. Because now the State House of Representatives approved 4 joint resolutions Tuesday that would require constitutional amendments to receive over 55% of the vote. Make the state auditor responsible for determining projected costs of state questions and install new, tougher requirements for citizen-led initiatives to qualify for the ballot. Namely, I think one of them would require you to get more signatures from like different congressional districts. So it just makes it hard to go where lots of people are congregated. You have to now spread out across the state. So it still needs to pass the state Senate. I mean, this isn't the end of the line, but it's just ironic that, voters have approved like Medicaid expansion, they've approved, criminal justice reform ballot measures, and now we want to make it harder on them to
medical
do this.
marijuana.
Medical marijuana is a huge one.
I mean, at this point, we live in a fascist state. You can't be trans, you can't be gay, you can't be black because the police gonna kill you. And I mean, if you have anything to say about any of that, or you actually want to make your state a better place, you can't even do the damn petition initiative now. So it's just like they want to shut you down in every sense of the word, and it's just insane that like I don't know. How's this not being challenged, like, legally? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the comments. Any word on it or any of these bills constitutional? Yeah, I mean, I hope there are. I mean, I would imagine probably ACLU and some others are looking at it just because they've been behind a lot of
I could have sworn, I don't quote me because, I don't just go around reading the Oklahoma Constitution every day. But, aren't initiative petitions a part of the Oklahoma Constitution?
Well, so that's the thing about these that I think is really interesting. These will have to go since they're House joint resolutions, they'll have to go to a vote of the people. And frankly, I don't see voters in Oklahoma being like, you know what? We voted for these ballot measures. We voted to do this. Now we're going to make it harder on ourselves.
Yeah, let's make it harder for us to get what we want in the future. No.
So, I mean, that's kind of the ultimate backstop is these will all go to a vote of the people, and the people will be like, fuck you. So anyway, yeah. That's kind of where I see this going ultimately. But it's still just a slap in the face and extremely disrespectful that you'll force us to have to stop you from taking away our ability to vote directly on things.
This doesn't even help your side either.
No.
Right.
It only helps Stitt in the long run.
And see, here's the thing. If you want to put down a bill that removes or makes it harder for people to push initiatives themselves, maybe you should put that up to the people to decide as well.
Yeah.
Any city has to put down their own initiatives and put it up to the people, that should be a requirement. Want to make it harder on us?
They're just trying to turn our government into something that's untouchable. They've realized that citizens of the state have figured out that we can use the system to our advantage as well. And now they're pissed. And they're trying to prevent that from happening.
I mean, and it's just crazy where you see them trying to take power everywhere, with 3903 trying to take power from the Pardon and Parole Board, trying to just, and it's crazy because in 2020, I think it was Kevin Stitt's State of the State address, he talked so much about consolidating power and all of this stuff, and it's just whoever would have fucking thought, is this what you meant, bro? This is awful. Cut it out.
I mean, it's just moving into the period of a dictatorship at that point. This is what dictators do. They consolidate power and they use whatever they possibly can to ensure that you take power away from people. While on our side might argue that what we try to do is to empower folks, I think it's absolutely ridiculous the Republican Party who constantly tries to spout things about local government and ensuring that small governments have more power and control over a big establishment, because why would somebody up at the Capitol be able to know what's better for my community than what I understand for my community? At that point, you should just be giving your money and doling it out to municipalities. they are so inconsistent with what they actually believe in. And the truth of the matter is, people like Kevin Stitt and folks within that party are not trying to do what's best for the people. They're trying to ensure that they can do what's best for themselves.
Yeah, and that just goes back to the theme of like disrespect. It's like, why should we? I mean, why do you have to have that kind of control over us, or why do we have to cede all that power? Anyway, it just goes so the opposite of what Oklahoma conservatives think they're actually about. So yeah,
right, because less government and shit, right?
So we'll give it all the power to the governor and the legislature to like not do anything, which is really one of my big arguments with the state legislature. Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.